Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel Daughter of Increase. My name is Denise. For those of you who are new to the channel or who just happened to stumble across this video, I'm the founder and CEO of Daughter of Increase Ministries, that is DIY Ministries. And here on this channel, I hope you guys to increase in your faith and relationship with God and Christ through Bible studies, book reviews, discussions, and more. So if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to join the sisterhood over here, to click the bell to stay notified of when I post a new video, and to like this video. So this video is going to be an unboxing and sort of review / reading vlog of my Kindle Colorsoft. I was gifted a Kindle Colorsoft by one of my friends for Mother's Day / my birthday. And so I think I had mentioned in a couple of videos that a friend was trying to gift it to me and I was telling her no. She went ahead and did it. And so I did actually try to record this in another vlog. I deleted that vlog. And so in the process of that, I did do the unboxing in that video and I kept the unboxing footage, but I didn't have any other footage for that. And so I literally just recorded, I guess another half of that. And so I said, let me just actually sit down, record an intro, and then record an actual full-blown video for it. So I'm recording the intro for that. I have the unboxing to add to that. So you'll see the unboxing next. And then after the unboxing, you'll see my initial thoughts on the whole Kindle Colorsoft. And here is her. So in the unboxing, you'll see me unboxing, set her up, put her in her case, and all that's great stuff. And then after that, you'll see and hear my initial thoughts. And then I'm going to have a sort of reading vlog for her. And in the reading vlog, I am actually going to be reading, and I literally just decided to read this book. I'm going to be reading, I think, yes, it's book 1. So I'm going to be reading No One But You, Oreva, book 1 in Soul Sister series by, I don't know how to say this author's name. I don't want to butcher it. This book here. She is a Christian author. I'm going to put it on the screen. She is a Christian author. I heard about her from Joan Mbola. I love Joan Mbola's books. I read literally most of her books. And so she, in her reading blogs, she reads this author's books. And that's how I found out about this author. And so I definitely want to read her book because her books are on Kindle Unlimited. And so I definitely want to read this book. It is a Christian romance. And so I figured to really test out the capability of this Kindle Colorsoft, why not read the book? I do have my thoughts on the Kindle Colorsoft. I have my thoughts, and you'll see that in the initial thoughts after the unboxing part, but I want to fully test it out. I will say I'm a Kobo girly through and through. I love my Kobo Libra color. I love my Kobo Clara color. I'm a Kobo girly through and through. Now, do I have multiple Kindles? I do. I have a Kobo base, a Kindle Basic, and I have a Kobo. I said Kobo. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I love Kobo. I have a Kindle Paperwhite, and now, thanks to my friend, I have a Kindle Colorsoft. But I feel like Kindle is just doing too much. They're doing too many updates. They're not listening to their readers, and they're trying to make too much money, which is hindering the effectiveness of the Kindle. So I am going to see the effectiveness of it and read this book. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm currently doing a weekly reading vlog. And so once I finish the book I'm currently reading on my Kindle Basic, which is currently Dawn of Grace by Jill Eileen Smith, which I'm loving this book, y'all. Loving it. And I sideloaded this book. I did not get it off of Kindle, but I'm currently reading Dawn of Grace by Miss Jill Eileen Smith. Loving this book so much. I just read another book by her, which was The Ark and the Dove. Love that too. Gave that book 4 stars, I think. Yeah, and I'm enjoying this one right now. So we'll see. We'll see how much the Kindle Colorsoft can change my life. But as of right now, the Kobo color is where I'm loving life right now. I will say I do love the fact that they have more color highlight options, and I love the fact that they do have the colored bookmark options on top of the pen options. I feel like Kindle knows what they're doing, but they're doing it too fast and messing up the reading experience. Whereas Kobo has done it so well, but they haven't done any updates, if that makes sense. Like, I feel I feel like both companies just need to figure it out and move forward. But this is just the intro to this video. So we're going to move on to the past clip of the unboxing, the new clip of my initial thoughts, and then we'll move to the reading vlog, which will be down the line. So just wanted to make this intro so we can move forward. I'll see you guys for the reading vlog part. Bye. All right, guys, so you guys would have seen the unboxing by now, and so yeah, the footage is all over the place. I done recorded with my DJI and now I'm recording with the Sony, so hopefully the footage came together well. But yeah, I got the box back because this is the box that it came in. Previous to this clip, you would have seen the intro with the DJI and then the unboxing with the DJI, and now I'm coming back just to give my thoughts so far with the actual Colorsoft. I'll be honest, I haven't read with it as of yet. I've played around with it, checked out the highlights and stuff with it, so I will probably do a reading vlog, just reading on the Colorsoft to let you guys have an updated thoughts on it. But yeah, this is the box that it came in. Really nice, very different from like the other boxes, but I did get gifted the Colorsoft in the signature edition, which is dope because I've actually never gotten a signature edition from the paper the Kindles at all. I've always just gotten a regular Kindle non-signature edition. It only comes in the metallic black, and so yeah, got the box. I have the wire and everything in it, but yeah, that's that. And here is she. So you would have seen that I had decorated her and everything, so yeah, sorry about the little booty. If y'all are bothered by that, I will blur it out if possible. But yeah, I have a detachable case on her with pink little bows. She's cute. I actually like it. It's a little pearlescent. I wish it wasn't pearlescent, but it doesn't bother me as much. And I got my little fake little hipper on it. It's a panda. I was between the panda and the lion. I went with the panda on it. So yeah, love her to pieces. And these are, let me take off my so it's just a little magnetic strip, and you're not gonna be able to see it too well, but I just got my little anime stickers on it. So yeah, anime stickers on it, kawaii little stickers. Obviously I have Fabe stickers on it. This one, it says he left the 99 to rescue one. It's a lamb, but you can't see it. And then I have this one here, which is, let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. And then open to book recs. And I'm a Kindle girly here. And like I said, anime. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember him, but he is from Naruto. He was a Naruto teacher. I can't think of his name because honestly, all their names are starting to mesh in my mind. Demon Slayer. This is their names kind of conflict for me. They're kind of the same in my head. And this is Attack on Titan. So yeah, don't come for me if you're an anime person. Where my brain is right now, they all sounded like to me. But yeah, and this is just a book right here on the cover that I have. I haven't started it, but it's called Mayhem and the Mortal by Shanora Williams. I do want to read it eventually, so I just have it on here. But yeah, we have that. Give me 1 second, y'all. So then you guys know, so now I have the Colorsoft. I have a regular Paperwhite. On here I have the Book of Sin by H.M. Wolf. I finished this, enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars. I have the basic. Let me turn this one back off because it came back on. And I have it in the matcha color. I'm currently reading Dawn of Grace by Jill Eileen Smith. Loving this so far, loving it. So we have these, okay? Yes. Bought this, well, this was gifted, okay? gifted slash bought and gifted. And then got this, actually got this from Kids. This is the Paperwhite Kids. But technically I am going to be giving this to my sister now. I initially had bought it for my children. Like I said, it has the ads and stuff still on it, but I was talking to my sister and she said she wanted it, so I'm going to give it to her because it doesn't make sense. I did have a 11th generation Paperwhite that I gave to my mom. I'm going to give this to my sister. It is no point of me keeping this. I don't want to force my children to read if they don't want to. With my son, I am just going to take him to get mangas. He likes reading mangas. I'm just going to take him to buy books instead of forcing him to read. I did want to sell this, but my sis says she wants it, and so I'm going to just delete all. I'm just going to reset this and attach it to her Amazon account and just add books to it for her. And so that's what's going to happen to this. It was for my kids. By the time my daughter gets older, I'll probably end up getting rid of this one and giving it to her, or there'll probably be something new out there. So this 4th Kindle will no longer be with me. It will go to my sister. It has a case on it already. She can always buy herself a new case. But yeah, I finally am getting rid of this. It doesn't make sense to keep it. And like I said, if anything, my son can just buy mangas. So this will be going away. And then obviously Kobo Clara Color, Kobo Libra Color, purchased, gifted. And so yes, they all have little Sunny Angel dupes on them. I love it so much. The only other e-reader that I really want is a Books Palma 2 Pro. One, because it's colored, and because I want to listen to audiobooks on it instead of just using my iPhone for that. So yeah, but how I feel, my I guess gripe, you would say, with this, let's turn it on, is side loading books. So let me use my Paperwhite for an my basic for an example. When I sideload books on here, I can see the covers. All these books are sideloaded, okay? Well, not all of them. Some of them are. Yeah, a lot of these are not sideloaded, so that would be, well, these 2 books. The Jill Eileen books are sideloaded, okay? let me do this. Let me go to, I don't even know how I will be able to just show my side-loaded books on here. That's another reason why I just like my Kobo, because there's a way to just show side-loaded books. Maybe I have to do it on my actual paperweight. Let me show you on the paperweight, because this is a side-loaded book. The book I'm in is side-loaded. So now it's gonna give me a problem. That's funny. Yeah, it's gonna give me an issue right now, but I guess I have to show you against my Kobo what I mean, since I side-load books on my Kobo too. So if you guys can see, I side-loaded all of these books. The covers are not showing. On my paper, my basic, right? Dawn of Grace is side-loaded. You can see the cover. A Deeper Well is side-loaded. You can see the cover. Let me scroll down. It's like gonna be hard to find side-loaded books right now. A Pillar of Light is side-loaded. You can see the cover. A lot of my books are side-loaded. You can see the cover. But for some reason, on the Colorsoft now, you can't see the cover. Mind you, I literally side-loaded the same books. See, Rights of the Starling and Shield of Sparrow, I just side-loaded. I side-loaded them on the same book here. I can see the cover. I cannot see the cover here. However, if I open it, I can see the cover. If I turn it off, I can see the cover. I think that is absolutely, my camera had cut off because it overheated, but what I was saying is I think that's absolutely stupid that they do that. And that's only with the Colorsoft that I have that issue, because when I side-load books on to my basic, when I side-load books onto my regular paperweight, I don't have that issue. And so I don't know, because I told you I side-loaded this book, I can see the cover. I side-loaded this book, I can see the cover. So I'm not really sure what the issue is specifically with the Colorsoft. I don't get it. I'm not really sure. So all of these books were side-loaded and I can't see the covers. I cannot see the covers on them. It's frustrating. And so I've double side-loaded onto here and onto here. And I probably will do a comparison of these two e-readers, because I can't really compare it to the colors, the Kobo Libra Color, because the Kobo Libra Color does a lot more and it comes with a stylus and things like that. I have to renew my subscription to Kobo Plus, but it does a lot more. But these two would be a better comparison. The only difference is this is 6-inch, this is 7-inch. But I will say I do like the Colorsoft because it does have a little bit more. And let's see if I can find a book. I'll open up this book because it is a Christian book, like I think a faith-based book. If I'm not mistaken, this author is a clean Christian author. Not now. And I guess I'll show you guys here. Yeah, it's a Christian romance. As you can see, it's Christian romance. But like the highlights I don't like because they come blocked off as one. That's one thing I don't like. Like I like my highlights separated. I don't like this. This is ugly. But I love the bookmark update. So I can also have like bookmarks to mean something different, highlights to mean something different. I like that. I like that I can pin things now. So like I can have a pen and then remove my highlights. Remove the highlight, duh. And so like I can have so many things that are like optional now. You have several bookmark options. You have the 5 highlight colors, and now you have the pen option on top of your notes. So I like that, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel as I read. I'll have a vlog where I'm just reading Kindle Unlimited, I guess, books. But so far it's it's okay. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. Would I have purchased it myself? I don't know, but I'm glad I got it. But I'm definitely a Kobo girly because this, I don't know. Kindle has been doing a lot. I've heard through the grapevine that they're doing a lot with their updates, and it's aggravating people. So, you know, it's hero there with a lot of people. So who knows what they're doing? I don't really know. But the fact that I can't see my book covers is annoying, and I have to open the book. And even when I exit out of the book, I can't even see the photo here like I could here. So it's kind of annoying that I can't. It's aggravating. So I don't know, but that's my thoughts. Maybe at the end of this video I'll attach a blog or my final thoughts. I don't know, but yeah. So I'll see you guys, I guess, in the next clip. But so far, those are my thoughts. Yeah, I'll just have a long-winded Colorsoft video, and I'll attach my thoughts after doing a reading on here. So yeah. All right, y'all. So we are here for the sort of reading blog testing portion of this Kindle Colorsoft. So for this, I will be reading 2 books on the Kindle Colorsoft to give it a fair shot. And I'm going to be reading 2 books from KU, Kindle Unlimited. They're going to be Christian fiction, of course. Specifically, I believe they're going to be Christian contemporary romances. And they're going to be from an author called Enewerome. I'm probably saying her name wrong and I apologize, but I have read from this author before. I read her book Ready to Be Loved by You, which was a forbidden love contemporary Christian romance, and I did enjoy that. I'm going to tell you guys right now what my thoughts on that book was. I gave that book a 4.5-star rating, and so yeah, I did enjoy that book from that author so much. And so I'm actually excited to read her Soul Sister series. It's 2 books. The first one is No One But You, Oreva, I believe. And this one is a second chance best friends to lovers contemporary Christian romance. And then we have book 2, which is Nothing Fake But Us, Onome. I think that's how you say it. And this is a fake dating, grumpy versus sunshine contemporary Christian romance. And so we are going to start off with book 1, obviously, which is No One But You, Oreva. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to make sure I find a video or something where they talk about these. But I'm going to give the synopsis of this. And it is here. Okay. So I'm reading strictly directly from the Kindle or Amazon app. So it's book 1 in the Soul Sister series. It's 240 pages long. It came out August 17th, 2025. So it says, is an unforgivable betrayal an age-long family secret potent enough to keep 2 hearts apart? Nothing had prepared 18-year-old Oreva, I can't pronounce her name, so I'm going to say Oreva, for her first heartbreak with her best friend Zeke. The worst part, it was payment for a crime neither of them were guilty of. A decade later, she's set to marry Linus, her knight in shining armor, and a charismatic pastor who isn't perfect, but can give her what she desires most in life, marriage. After years of going on forced blind dates set up by his mom, Isaac, aka Zeke, still hasn't found the one. The reason is simple. His heart belonged to someone else. When the cracks in Revi's relationship with Linus begins to widen, Zeke's steadfast love forces her to confront feelings she thought were long gone for him. Still, she is reminded of why they can't be together, but left with the difficult choice of sticking with Linus or throwing caution to the wind to be with the love of her life. A final tragedy ending Oreva's engagement to Linus might just be Zeke's perfect second chance to fight for his one true love, but can they overcome the hurdles of their family's secrets, or will they let it tear them apart a second time? If you love minty multicultural romance with the following tropes: slow burn, fade to black, faith themes and arcs, best friends to lovers, second chance romance, forbidden love, sexual temptations, dual POV, Nigerian culture, food and there's another word, then you will enjoy No One But You, Oreva. So yeah, that is what this book is about. I'm most likely gonna struggle because I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these words, but it's okay. We're gonna work through it. And so yeah, we are going to use the bookmarks, we are going to highlight, we are going to use the pen marker options, and so we're gonna use them all. And I need to just edit in this app because I definitely forgot to update that. Okay. So yeah, let me just figure this out real quick. Sorry guys, I forgot to do something. But yeah. I'm actually excited to start this book because her writing is actually fun for me and the romances are super cute, and so this, like I said, is a second chance romance. I'm pretty good with the second chance romance trope. This one is best friends to lover, and so I don't know if I'm gonna go in automatically with a highlighting system or not, but right now my settings for the Kindle, I have it on auto brightness. I don't have the warmth schedule. My warmth is on 5. My color style is on vivid. And as far as my font settings, I have it on custom. So my font is at a size 1. The font family right now says Bookerly. I'm going to actually change it because I did add a bunch of fonts. So let's swipe ahead and see what kind of font that I want. So there are content warnings. It says content warnings for gaslighting, manipulation, coercion, sexual temptation, and fade to black sexual suggestive content. So I'm interested to see if that's on the pastor's end. Which would be interesting enough to see. So I'm going to change my font. Like I said, I did download some fonts. I think I want to see how Belinda looks. No, I don't want that. Lego House. No. I didn't download a lot of fonts. Eesh. No. Think of. Study nights. I might do this one. Methala. That one is nice. What about Playwright? I might go with that one. That one is nice. All right, so I'm going to go with Playwright DE Grund, whatever that says. I'm going to bring my font up to 3 maybe. Yeah. Let me see. All right, so yeah, I changed my font settings. So the font I am using is called Playwright DE Grund. I got it from Google. I do like it. So I bumped my font from a 1 because it is tiny on one. I could read it, but I don't want to mess up my eyes. So I could do 2, but I think 3 is a little more comfortable. Line spacing is at a 0. Paragraph spacing is at a 0. Word spacing is at, everything is at 0. So I'm going to actually save this as Playwright because I actually do like this font. So that is how we're going to do that. I'm going to keep time left in I like my reading progress to be time left in chapter. I know some people prefer to see page left in chapter, but sometimes I side load books, and even then I just like to know how many minutes is left in the chapter versus the page. That's just me. So yeah, show clock while reading, book mentions is fine, about this book is fine. I don't like popular highlights. I don't need to know what everybody else highlighted because I might not like that, or I might be convinced to like it. I don't like it at all. I do want assistive reader. Actually, no, I don't, because I do assistive reader on my phone. And I don't do word-wise. So I have it set up. Cool. So let's go back to the beginning. All right, so I'm all set. Font and everything is set well up. So yeah, I will say I do like the coloring for it. I mean, there's a slight difference when it comes to standard and vivid, for sure. Standard is like a little, it's standard, and then vivid gives you a little bit more of a potent color. Just a little bit more brightness, saturation. So I go between the two, but no one but you Oreva. So it does use the NLT translation. I'm looking at this here. So that's great. To my best friend of almost 2 decades, my darling husband, you've shown me that love is more than just words. It's in the little and big decisions in our lives. Oh, okay. I read the content warnings. There's an author's note. All right, so like I said, there are the highlight colors, there's the bookmarks, and there's the pens. And so I'll work out the details as I'm reading through, but I am going to do it. The only thing I don't like is that your highlights, like, let me see something, because I think people said that they couldn't do that before. So let me see. Let's just say that, and then if I do this. Yeah, so like if I like a line, I can't go to the next sentence and highlight, because then everything will be highlighted in that color. So I think that's where it's going to get annoying. So like if I like one sentence to be in yellow and say I want the next sentence to be, say, pink. So let me remove this. And then I want the next sentence to be pink. It's going to make the whole thing pink. Yeah. I think that's the only thing. That's one thing for sure I don't like. And then the highlights are not separate. Like, yeah. So I'm going to definitely write my pros and cons and share them at the end. But I definitely have some gripes for sure with the Colorsoft, for sure. But yeah, there's 5 highlight colors now, I think, or 6. Yellow, orange, green, blue, pink, 5 highlight colors. And then you have the pen option. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 options for bookmark colors. So you definitely can do a lot, but not really, if that makes sense. So we'll see. I'm going to read and test it out and see how we feel, but I will also update you guys on my thoughts. So I haven't started reading. I'm literally just at the author's note page. Let me take off my cover, but I'm literally just at the author's note page. So I haven't started reading. I'll probably will read a little bit before my husband gets here, or I might not start until tomorrow. So we'll see when I come back and update you guys if I read or not. If not, I'll probably read while I'm walking to my appointment tomorrow. I do have to go to the dentist, and so we'll see about that. So I'm just gonna go, and you'll get an update later. Good morning, y'all. It is currently 10:42 in the morning. I left the house at like 8:24. My appointment was set for 9. And then I went to Value Zone and picked up 3 towels for my husband, son, and I. And then I went and picked up my atenolol. Even though I don't take it, I still get the prescription for it because I had refills. I still pick it up just in case my doctor puts me back on it, because I'm still having issues with my heart palpitations in my heart, and so I'm still picking up the prescription just in case. But yeah, I might sound weird because I just went in for a cleaning. They did give me the little Oral-B baggie. It literally just comes with a toothbrush. Ew, it's green. Toothbrush, which I'm probably going to give to my son. And then it comes with the travel toothpaste, which I do use when I'm going away, like on trips and stuff. So my husband and I do have a trip coming up. And then the floss, which I do use. So I just went for a cleaning, but I had a crown on my molar back here. If you guys don't know, I have 2 molars. Yeah, 2 molars missing. My left molar was taken out when I was pregnant with my son because I think I was like 6 or 7 months pregnant and they couldn't do a root canal, so they legitimately just pulled it out. And then the one over here, I think I had a root canal and they couldn't save the tooth in general, and so they just took it out. So my molar over here is missing, and then this one they took out. The molar back here, they were able to save it, but they put a crown on it, and that crown cracked. Maybe 2-3 years ago it cracked. 2 years ago it cracked. And because I got it done in 2022 and it cracked, apparently your insurance only covers it every 5 years. And they just told me today, mind you, I went last year prior to finding out about the grave situation, and they never called me back with an update, but the lady told me today, so I cannot get it redone until next year, 2027. And so it's been exposed for almost 2 years. Thankfully, because I clean my tooth out very well. Anytime there's food stuck in there, I make sure to take it out, clean it, brush it, all that. It hasn't been infected. But today they finally decided to, I guess, put the cement or whatever in it to keep it covered. So if I'm talking weird, it's because they legitimately put the cement in it, but didn't file it down or anything. It's annoying. There's 2 dentists by my house. The dentist I usually go to where I got my crown done, their office closed and was taken over by another dentist, and then I went to a different dentist. The other dentist that I went to couldn't do the crown because they said I had to go back to the people that did my original crown, but those people no longer exist because the new people took over, and the new people, when they called insurance can't do anything until 2027. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed at this point because there's just so much going on right now. And so this is what's going on. I have the cement there. It's not, I don't even think it's dried. I don't even think it's dried. She literally just put the thing in my mouth. She stuck the little styrofoam and said, leave it in for 30 minutes, let it dry. It's like, usually I'm so used to them putting the little machine, the light, to let it dry, but it's like, I don't even think it's dried. Y'all didn't make sure that it was leveled enough for me to like. So if I'm talking weird, I apologize, but I'm just over it. But I wanted to come on and update you guys. So last night I did read No One But You, Oreva. And y'all, this book frustrated me. The writing, phenomenal. I can't pronounce this. I'm gonna just call her Miss E. We're gonna call her Miss E for short because I cannot pronounce this author's name. And I want to go the American route and say Enewerome because of the way that it's spelled, Enewerome. But I'm pretty sure that's not how you say it. So I'm gonna say Miss E for short, okay? Because I don't want to butcher her name. But Miss E, her writing is phenomenal. Now this story follows Oreva and her bestie Zeke. His name is Isaac, but he goes by Zeke. And their romance is second chance romance. They're besties, and they had a thing for each other growing up, but they couldn't be together because of his mom not liking Oreva. And there's a reason why. And the reason why was kind of like petty. It was real petty. When you finally get the reasoning at the end, it's like, ma'am, are you serious? His mom was real petty. But I get it, but it was petty. But yeah. And so we follow their romance, and Oreva is engaged to a pastor named Linus. And let me just say, Linus is the most despicable man I've ever met in my entire life. Because as a pastor, he is scheming, scamming, lying, cheating, doing all the things we expect him not to do, but you know that he will do, if that makes sense. And so he is the epitome of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, Linus is the most disgusting man in the world to me, and Miss E wrote him so well. Like, she wrote him so well, the way that he needed to be written. I'm sorry, I'm just making sure I have everything the way that it needs to be done. Because I literally, for my Kindle Colorsoft, I literally have a whole thing written down, or like how I have my color coding system with the highlights, the bookmarks, and I'll explain that when I get to the end with the pros, cons, and everything. But yeah, so as far as book 1 goes for No One But You, Oreva, Miss E wrote it so well. Like, Oreva definitely had moments of being a weak, I don't want to say pathetic, but pathetic woman that allowed Linus to just walk over her, and she allowed his soft-spoken words to soothe her, and she allowed him to use scripture to manipulate her. And I don't know what it was about this man that she allowed him to do that. And it could be the fact that she had this ideal dream of what she wanted her life to look like, that she allowed him to manipulate and gaslight her. But I was happy when she snapped out of it. As for Zeke, I loved him. I really did love him. He had his moment of doubt, and I still appreciated him as a character. Linus was pathetic, as a pathetic excuse of a man, period. I have no words for him. The reading experience was okay. I mean, I read through it no problem. And I mean, I have nothing else to say. The reading experience was fine. Highlighting is a hit and a miss for many reasons. I will discuss pros and cons. Like I already said, my issue is the whole block highlighting I don't like the block highlighting. I want my highlights to be separated. I want to be able to highlight one sentence and then highlight the next sentence in a separate thing, but you put it in a block. Like, they need to fix that. That's a massive con for me. Like, I want to be able to highlight one sentence, and then if the next sentence for me is something else, I want to be able to highlight that separately. But whatever. Oh, yeah. I gave that book 4 stars. Truly enjoyed it. But I will say it is mostly aggravating. Like, it is an aggravating read for sure, because of Linus and because of how pathetic of a man he is, and how just aggravating it can make you to see Oreva go through these things, especially when she does something that kind of like makes her break a vow, in a sense, to herself and to God. And you see how emotional she gets, and how Linus just disregards it, and is like, dude, you're a pastor, and this is your thought process as a man, like as a man of God. You're not a man of God. You are a man of Satan, of the devil. You are of the devil. You are his child. Like, and then at the end, there's even a scene where he where he says something to her, and it's like, dude, what? How many women were there for this to happen? Like, yeah. So I did enjoy the story. It was so funny. Yeah. I didn't, as far as like the second chance romance aspect, I didn't get much of that per se with how the story went. I wish there was really more of that, because you really only got to see Linus' situation with Oreva, and then you got to see Zeke with Eva. And that was cute, but I didn't really feel the second chance romance aspect a lot, if that makes sense, because obviously you have Linus with Oreva and she's engaged to him. So I felt like you got more of the friendship and not really the second chance romance aspect towards until the end. And it really, to me, wasn't giving full on second chance romance, but I still did enjoy like the little romance aspects. But yeah, so we are going to move on to book 2, Nothing Fake About Us, Onome. I think that's how you say that. Y'all, these are Nigerian names. I don't speak Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian. And I'm saying I don't speak Nigerian. I don't think that's how you say that. I apologize if I said that wrong. I am not Nigerian. I don't understand the culture. So please bear with me, okay? But this is, I think this is the older sister of Oreva. She is Oreve. Oreva? Again, I don't know how to pronounce these names. There are no audiobooks for these at all. I wish there was. But there are 3 sisters, I think. Is Oreva, Onome, and I believe there is another sister. I don't remember her name. But there's 3 sisters. But yeah, Nothing Fake About Us, Onome. And so what I'm going to do is read to you what it says on Kindle before we dive in. And I probably will come back with updates at the end. But yeah, I think after this, I may read one more book and probably make it a fantasy book. Because I do have other books on here that I do want to read. But currently reading. Yeah, let me see what it says on Amazon. I think that would be better to do it that way. Okay. So, Nothing Fake About Us, Onome. So it says 2 broken hearts, an agreement, and a God who sets the solitary in families. The unexpected passing of Onome's. Oh, that's why that said that in the. Okay, so now that makes sense because there was something that happened in book 1 where she shows up at home with a daughter and she says something about losing. Huh? She had a daughter in the end of book 1, so I'm confused on why she got a son now. I must be tripping because at the end of book 1, she had a son. I mean, a daughter named Eden. Y'all, I must be tripping. I'm gonna have to go back and read the end of book 1. Hold on. Let me read this. But but yeah. So it says 2 broken hearts, an agreement, and a God who sets the solitary in families. The unexpected passing of Onome's husband throws her into a precarious situation that threatens to expose a lie that she has fought so hard to hide from her family. Despite her broken dreams and a shattered heart, she is determined to make a life for herself and her 6-year-old son without blowing her cover. So she takes a job she never imagined she would, one that drags her deeper into a web of lies and emotions that catches her heart off guard. When Uche's fiance leaves him for his cousin, he is reminded of the harsh realities of his life. Nobody wants him, and anyone who loves him eventually leaves. 3 years later, he's invited to his cousin's wedding, and he's desperate to prove to them that he has moved on. What should have been a simple weekend with a fake fiance on his arms turns into a 5-month arrangement leading up to his cousin's coronation. Spending time with Onome and her son exposes Uche's deepest desire for a family and a love. Spending time with Onome and her son exposes Uche's deepest desire for love and a family. However, to have the life he so desires, he must face his fear of abandonment, and Onome must decide whether her heart is ready to love again so soon after loss. Can she entrust her and her son's heart to a man battling old wounds? Will the love between these 2 broken people blossom into the family they need? Nothing Fake About Onome is the sake Nothing Fake About Us, Onome, is a second standalone book in the Soul Sister series. So if you love clean, multicultural romance with the following tropes: slow burn, contemporary Christian romance, no smut or spice, fake dating, billionaire romance, found family, single mom, Albanianism rep, adoption rep, dual POV, Christmas proposal, Nigerian language, food, and culture, or you've read and enjoyed my other books, then you'll enjoy this one. So yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, again, I feel like I'm tripping because at the end of book 1, and I'm seriously going to go back and read that. At the end of book 1, And I know I'm not tripping. She came back with a daughter. Onome showing up on her doorstep with Eden 2 days ago. Yeah, so I'm confused. How did she go from having a son to a daughter? Unless Eden is somebody completely. Who's Eden at this point? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to reread this chapter because I'm tripping at this point. Now I feel like I'm tripping and I'm crazy. Cause what is going on? Eh. Unless Eden is Eleho. Eleho, I think that's how you say her name. Daughter, but nah, I'm really confused. Oh, Eden is a boy name. My bad. I jumped to conclusions. Oops. So Eden is her son's name. Maybe that was my fault because I just assumed Eden was a girl's name. Okay, so Eden is Onome's son. All right. That's my fault, and that lets you know that I clearly was not reading this book correctly. Because he definitely said, "Who is this handsome young man?" And Eden looked up at his mother. Okay. Yep. That's my fault. Okay. I clarified it for myself, y'all. I had to make sure. Had to make sure, y'all. Okay. So I am gonna I just had to make sure. I had to make sure. All right. And so let me see while we are at it, because I think I'm going to probably finish this really, really fast. There are two other books that I think I want to read. That are on my TBR that I definitely want to read. They're both Christian fantasies. They're both Kindle Unlimited books. So, and I think I do have both of them on my Kindle. So let's see. I do have both of them on Kindle Unlimited right now. So let's see. I do. So let me mark Kindle Unlimited books. Oh, I have my thing on airplane mode. So I'm going to download all of the Kindle Unlimited books that I have right now. I also have a thriller that I heard about through called Saving Grace, but let me download the biblical fiction. Okay, so I did download all of the books that I wanted to. Let me just download all of them. Why is this book still on here? I don't understand. I have some Prime books too, books through Prime reading. If you guys have Amazon Prime and you don't have Kindle Unlimited, you can get books through Amazon Prime. There's first reads, but if you actually like go on Kindle and look up books through Prime, you can actually borrow books. It's like Kindle Unlimited, but directly through Prime, which I think is actually dope. that they allow. So, and I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. I'm just downloading the books that I need. Just making sure they're downloaded. I don't know if this one is downloaded. Is it? Nope, it was not. I just like to download everything and then make sure my Kindle is on airplane mode, because I know Amazon be acting finicky and be wanting to change things up, and I ain't got time for all that. So I'm just downloading everything that I can. We're gonna put her on airplane mode because Amazon be wanting to do crazy stuff. So that is what we are doing right now. I kind of want to read that too. I don't even know why this is still here. Like, I can get rid of this. Why is this not returned? I don't understand. Return to Kindle Unlimited. Return. I don't understand. It should not still be here. Okay. All the books that I wanted to read are here. Cool. Okay. I'm going to put it back on airplane mode quickly and then show you guys what I mean. So, I'm going to show you guys quickly. If you see, it says Prime up top of the book. And then this one says Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Amazon Prime, definitely look into it for sure. But we are going to get into book 2 right now. I finished book 1. It was good. Mark as read because that was actually really good. And so now we are going to get into, and I already think I know what the next book I'm going to read is. I have 2 options. And I kind of want to read a biblical fiction as well. I kind of do. But we are going to get into Nothing Fake About Us, Onome. You know what? Now that makes sense why her son is on the cover. But again, when I saw the name Eden, I automatically assumed girl. That's my fault. But yes, her dress is stunning though. But we are going to dive in. So far, first read on the Kindle Colorsoft. It was fine. It was fine. But yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and read this book here. It's probably not going to take me that long, honestly. As far as my settings, I still have the same settings. Let's see if I want to change my settings up. Let's see. Content warnings for this one. This one says there are references to mental health struggles, depression and suicide. There's loss of loved ones and grief, child abandonment and adoption. Okay, so the first one dealt with gaslighting and sexual temptation. This one deals with mental health struggles, depression, suicide, loss of loved ones, grief, child abandonment, and adoption. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I always like to read the content warnings, and I love, especially in Christian fiction, when they do that, because you definitely want to know what the content warnings are, and then you like to read the author's note to see where they were in creating and crafting the story and where God led them to. So I love when an author, specifically a Christian author, does that. So yes, let's see how I want to do my font for this. So this one, y'all know I don't know, but let's see if I want to change up my fonts. So I had Playwright Grand on this one. I like this font. I just don't like, let's see. Maybe if I do it like that, bring it down. Oh, that's actually pretty cute. And then if you do space, oh, but all the spacing is already 0. So, oh, that's the one thing I do like about my e-readers. I prefer the way it is on the Kobo because you can do extra with the Kobo, but I do like Mithila. Mithila? I do like how that looks. Don't want to bold it. Oh, whoa. Whoa, whoa. I said one. I like that. I put it on 2 because 1 is a little small. I like that fonts. I just wish I could make it smaller, like the lines smaller. But what's the font? Mithila. I'm going to save this as Mithila because I like that. So I'm going to try a new font. We're saving it as Mithila. Oh no. Let me delete. Oh, I could just change the way the name is spelled. Cool. I like all my fonts and stuff to be saved lowercase. So I'm trying a new font called Mithila for this one. So this is how it looks. So the last one I had on was Playwright. Let me show y'all how that looked. So, oh, I'm on manage. So Playwright looked like that. Okay. And then Mithila is just a little bit more smaller. And this one is in a size 2. So I think they're both size 2s. So I'm going to go with that font for this time around. So yeah, I'm going to go read. It's 11:09 right now. I have not eaten. I have not drinking anything. I haven't had a cup of coffee. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I don't even know if this thing is dry, but I'm probably going to drink the rest of my can here and figure out something to eat. But I'm going to go and I'll probably come back when I'm done reading. I just really want to get used to the highlighting and everything. And I do have a whole system. So I'll run through like my system really quick before I go. So for the highlights, y'all know there's 5 colors. There's yellow, orange, green, aqua, and pink. And so for the yellow, anything that's important. Orange is for anything funny. Green is multicolored. So if it's anything that's not fantasy or sci-fi, it is anything that's sad. But if it is sci-fi or fantasy, that's for world building. Aqua, outside. So if it's a Christian novel, it is for scripture, anything related to scripture, because obviously y'all know in Christian books there's going to be scripture related context. If it is for anything that's not Christian, that's related to sad things, okay? Pink is for anything that's like a favorite, so a favorite quote, favorite scene, mainly a favorite quote, honestly, or a quote that I like or whatever. So that's that. So green and blue kind of depend on the genre of how I do things. And as I'm talking, I'm probably putting on the screen what's what. When it comes to the bookmark, we obviously have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 8 colors for the bookmark. So red, angry moments. If I'm highlighting in any of the 5 highlighted colors and something pisses me off, makes me angry, I'm using that red bookmark. And there was a lot of green moments that I highlighted, but they were making me angry. So lots of red bookmarks. Orange, I'm marking for like the glossary, even if I'm using a pen. And the pen marker, I'll explain. Yellow, I'm using for content warnings. So whether they have an actual like content warning page at the beginning, or if there's something that I'm finding that needs to be like a content or trigger warning, that's what I'm marking. Green bookmarks are for world building. So whether I'm using a green highlight in a fantasy book, or if there is no green highlight for the book, but there's something that pertains to world building and I'm marking it with a yellow highlight, I'm using the bookmarker in green. The aqua, I have nothing for it right now, so it's just nothing right now. Blue bookmark is for foreshadowing. So if I highlight it in yellow or whatever color, I'm going to use a blue bookmark for foreshadowing. The purple bookmark is for anything that's favorite to me. So if it's like a favorite character, favorite scene, favorite whatever, purple. And pink is for a romance heavy scene, period. That's just that. And the pen marker option is to pen Maps is to pin the glossary so that I can quickly get to it. Pin character list, pin artwork, pin playlist. And what I mean by that is if you see here at the bottom, there is a pin option. Literally right here. I don't know if it's going to focus. But if I click it, no, it will show up right here in the corner. So it shows the glossary, and it will also show the playlist option, and I can go directly to it. I can delete it. And so I literally will use it for those options. I also have the bookmark options, like I said. So like I said, yellow is for content warnings. And so I have the bookmark tab right there in yellow for content warnings, trigger warnings, whatever you want to call it. So that's what the pin options are for me. That's just what it's for. Oh, I don't even think I did it for here. I definitely didn't. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I use it. So that's that. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm so tired. So tired, but I'm gonna go get some reading done. And I should be getting a package today from Crossway, so I'm probably gonna record that video, but it should be Keep in Step with the Holy Spirit, which should be book 3 in the trilogy of knowing God, growing in Christ, and then keeping step with the Spirit. And then I'll be able to request my other book. So I'll probably record that video today as well. But I'm gonna go get some reading done, and I'll come back to you guys either with an update on my thoughts on the book, update on the reading progress. I said process, the progress. And yeah, I'm gonna go get some reading done, and I'll come back to you guys later. Hey y'all. It is currently 5:36 p.m. Thursday, and I am on book 2, obviously, which is titled Nothing Fake About Us, Onome. And I'm on chapter 10, 39% of the way through, page 108 up to 75. And it is following Onome and Uche. I think that's how you say the name. And it's interesting thus far. I'm enjoying it. The story is wild. There's a lot going on. Lots of betrayal for sure. Definitely talks of suicide in this book for sure. But yeah, the reading experience on the Colorsoft is fine. I am finding that I do have to keep my brightness up at like a level 1820 because of the whole screen door effect. It's kind of like with the Kobo Libra color and with my Clara color, I have to keep the brightness up because of that, effect with my eyesight and everything. I just have to keep the brightness a little bit more up than I would on a Paperwhite or my basic because of that color filter that they have on it. But yeah, I have 2 hours and 26 minutes, it says. So I am going to finish this today, and then Friday, tomorrow, I'm going to read another book. So I basically will be reading 3 books on the Colorsoft to give you guys my full thoughts. And as I'm reading, I'm writing down my pros and my cons, and yeah, writing my pros and my cons. I'm also debating if I want to purchase some Kobo books at the same time. There's an author that I want to check out his books. They're faith-based books in classic form, by an author named Soren Kierkegaard. I don't even know how to say this man's name. One book is called Fear and Trembling, and the other one is called Sickness Unto Death. Now, I do want to end up getting the physical copies and the Penguin Classic editions, but they do have it available on the Kobo store, but I don't want those editions. I don't even know what editions these are, but the editions are gorgeous to me. But these are sort of modern philosophical books. And this is supposed to be a retelling of the biblical story of the binding of Isaac and expounds on the ordeal of Abraham, who was commanded by God to sacrifice his son in an exceptional test of faith. So yeah, I want to read Fear and Trembling. I'll put the covers here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it's a foundational document of modern philosophy and existentialism that was published in 1843. And then the other one is called The Sickness Unto Death. I think this is supposed to be like a sequel to that. Yeah, because this one was published in 1848 or 49. And it's supposed to be about Lazarus, whom Jesus miraculously raised from the dead. And so, yeah. And again, the cover for this is fire. It's supposed to be a new translation of it. So, these are classic novels, but the covers is dope. And I'm pretty sure they both are available as Penguin Classics. The only one that I know that's a Penguin Classic because I recently just watched a blog from a dude. And he mentioned that he was reading it and he enjoyed it. And so I want to pick it up from Barnes & Nobles. I do need to make a Barnes & Noble trip. There is another one called Either Or that I want to pick up. And I know this is supposed to be strictly about the Kindle. I could pick it up on Kindle. I just don't want to waste my time picking it up on Kindle. I would rather pick it up. When it comes to certain like classics, I just would rather get it on the Kobo because I can annotate on the Kobo. So yeah, there's Either Or as well, but I like these covers. Wherever these covers are from, like they're fire. These covers are dope. So yeah, but I am 39% of the way through. I took sort of a like mini nap. Oh, but I did get my copy of Keep in Step with the Spirits. So I'm actually getting ready to record my video for that book. So I did put my request in for God Has Spoken. And then I think I just have to get 2 more books from Crossway. And then I have to purchase my actual copy of the other book. Yeah, once I get God Has Spoken, I just have to request 2 more books from Crossway. And then I think I have to actually physically purchase the other book myself from Packer from Amazon, which actually, let me look that book up right now. I believe it's Concise Theology. They don't have it on Crossway. So, yeah, Concise Theology I have to purchase. But the reason why I don't want to is because it's basically $30. Right now in my Amazon cart, even though we are like not even supposed to be talking about this, but it's a blog, so I don't care. Right now I have 3 Bibles in my cart, 2 NASBs, because I've been looking at this NASB compact Bible for like a minute. I put it in and take it out. Then there's an NASB journaling Bible that I want. And then the CSB verse by verse reference digital study Bible. And then I just threw the Concise Theology book in there as well. I think that's it. I'm not really sure. Let me... J.I. Packer repackaged books. Let me see if that's everything. There should be a photo. I'm probably going to have to go back in the Facebook group and look up that picture. Oh, they had their baby. Oh, that's so cute. But yeah, let me go to the Facebook group and see if I can find that picture. Okay, here we go. So, oh, those are thickies. Yeah, so I have knowing God, I have keeping step with the Spirit, I have growing in Christ. I'm about to, I have requested, God has spoken, and then I just have to request these two. Ooh, a quest for godliness is a thickie. And then I just have to purchase. Yeah, so once I request those last two books, and then I purchase Concise Theology, I guess I have all the books that I need. Let me save that photo. Okay. And then I will have my complete collection of his books that I need. Awesome. Yeah, those last two books are thick. Y'all, them books is thick. Can y'all see? Them bottom two books are the thickest books. But I did get Keep in Step with the Spirit. So I'm getting ready to do the video for that book right now so I can have that. I have like 5 videos I need to edit. I have 1 video I need to actually upload and schedule. And so, but yeah. So let me go, I guess finish this book and try to make this video all before my husband get here so I can come with an update. If I don't come with an update, well, no, I can update you guys tonight because I think my brother has to go to rehearsal. So I'll be able to go in the kitchen and update you guys. So yeah, tomorrow I will read another book and give you guys my finalized thoughts so that I can end this Colorsoft vlog. But yeah, I'm gonna go and record a video real quick, sit down and finish this book because it's really easy to just fly through her books. Her books are really easy to fly through. They're really entertaining and really great, and I'm really actually enjoying the romance more so in this book than I did in book 1. Yeah, it's really cute and funny and sweet, and I'm just loving the breakdown of like the meaning of the names and stuff like that. And so yeah, let me go get into this book, get into my video for this book, clean up because I've just been really lackadaisy and lazy. And I will come back to you guys when I'm done reading this beauty. Hey y'all, I'm back and it is currently 7:14 Thursday night. I'm done reading Nothing Fake About Us, Onome, and I'm giving this a 4.5 star rating. So the first book got a 4, this one got a 4.5 star rating. I actually enjoyed this book. I did find another con though about this Colorsoft that I don't like when it comes to highlighting. So I will definitely talk about that, and let me actually write it down right now because that kind of irritated me and irked me to pieces. I wasn't expecting that. So yes, but I did find a use for the aqua bookmark, and so the aqua bookmark will be used for anything that's like scripture or faith heavy that I don't want to like go crazy with the blue highlight. So yeah. yeah, so the cons is looking not too good compared to the couple colors. But yeah, I really did enjoy this book so much. So yeah, Ready to Be Loved by You was a good book from Miss E, and then her Soul Sisters series is good. I think there's one more sister. I'm not sure if she's writing that book or not, but yeah, her books are really good. And so I do want to read a fantasy. Like I said, I do want to test out a fantasy. And I mean, I could go the biblical fiction route. I could go that route because I do have some Donna McNeely that I could read. There's Mantle. I have not read that book. That's book 3 in her Whispers of the Wind series with Elijah, but I kind of want to reread that trilogy over. What else is there? I have the Anna of Arimathea by Suzanne Bloomer. Bloomer, I think that's how you say the name. That is a biblical fiction that is on Kindle Unlimited. I have Favored by Faith Arsenault. That is it's a part of the Faith Football and Forever series. That's contemporary romance, but I'm kind of contemporary romance out, so I kind of want to go that fantasy route, and I have quite a few fantasies on here that I could go with. I have Crown of Beauty and Anarchy by Aurora Bell. And then I have Beneath the Shadows by Grace R. Pringle, which is the first book in the Renegades of Wrath, which I might go with. But I also have a thriller, Saving Grace by Niche Santiago. But I think I'm going to go with this... I'm going to go with this... Get out of that. I'm going to go ahead with this fantasy book. It's a lot of chapters. There's lots of chapters in this book, though. There are... Okay, hold on. I don't know what's going on because this confusing me. I don't know how many chapters, but it's like 4 parts to this book. And each part has like over 15 chapters. So, yeah. We're going to give this book a go. What it's about? No idea. So, I'm going to pull up the info. But here is what the cover looks like. It's very dreary. I'm going to add it on the screen. And pull it up on my phone. Oh, but before I even do that, duh, let me tell you what this book was about. So we have Onome and Uche, and basically Onome, she has lost her husband. I'm not going to get into the details, but she's lost her husband. She's now raising her son, Eden, by herself, and it's a lot that goes on with her losing her husband. Like, her life just pew. And I will say the faith aspects in this book was a lot stronger. The romance in this book was a lot stronger than the first book for me. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed Onome and Uche better than I did Oreva and Zeke. I don't know, just the communication was better, the character development was better, and just the characters in general. And I think because they're in their 30s and I'm in my 30s, it was also better. Uche was 30 and Onome was 33. I'll be 35. And so I think for me, just reading characters in their 30s, especially in their mid 30s, for me, is just a lot better. And Eden was just... Eden had my heart, okay? This book pissed me off. This book made me cry. It was emotional. And again, it was the faith aspects. I mean, there was a lot of talk of scripture, considering the topics of suicide, of depression, of adoption, of just feeling abandoned. Like, there was a lot of things talked about. And Miss E I call her Miss E because y'all know I can't pronounce her name and I don't want to butcher it. But she did it so well. So well. And that's why I'm giving it a 4.5 star. I did find myself zoning out here and there. But yeah, this was beautifully done. And so yeah, I absolutely love the book so much. Highly would recommend it if you're looking for that like grumpy sunshine. And I would more so say that she was the grump and he was the sunshine. Usually the man is the grump and the female is the sunshine, but no, she was the grump, and I kind of like that aspect of it as well. So yeah, this was good. He was a doctor and also pretty rich as well. Yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. But let's talk about the next book that I'm going to read, Beneath the Shadows. I did find out this book from another YouTuber. What is her name? Chantel Reads All Day. I think that's her name. That is her YouTube channel. I believe that is her YouTube channel, Chantel Reads All Day, because she's doing her indie book club. Yeah, Chantel Reads All Day. Both the fantasy books that I wanted to read is from her. You know what? Let me not even do it through there. Let me go through Amazon and read what it says. So we can get a full look at how I feel. I read 2 romances. Oh, and what I didn't show you guys was a look at my highlights, like how I did with the first book. So let's look at my highlights. Duh. Let's see what the highlights is giving while I pull up the info for this book. But here is what the highlights are looking like. I have 70 highlights, 16 bookmarks, and yeah, that's what they are looking like. Like I said, red is for any angry moments that I have. Orange is for glossary. Yellow is for content warning. There's no green because there's no world building, but aqua or the blue is for like faith or scripture based things. Purple is for favorite scenes and pink is for romance heavy. So yeah, I didn't have any blue because there's no foreshadowing green. I'm trying to understand why I have... Oh, I have green highlights. I'm like, excuse me. Yeah, we have green highlights. So if you see the green highlights, the green is for things that made me sad. Yellow is for important. Orange is for funny. Pink is... Yeah, so I feel like they need to do a little bit better with organizing because it kind of looks weird. So whatever. But that's everything. 16 bookmarks, 70 highlights. It was enjoyable. So let's talk about Beneath the... Let's get out of that. Beneath the Shadows by Grace R. Pringle. It's book 1 in a new series that I'm about to start, Renegades of Wrath. And so Sonia happily spends her days helping her father in his weaving shop and reading about places she doesn't dare visit. Her quiet life is upended when she runs into a blind stranger in the street. Rose, like actual like ROW apostrophe S. Rose hint about a dark past and wrongs done to him consumes... This sentence is kind of throwing me off. Rose hints about a dark past and wrongs done to him consume Sonia with curiosity and pull her into a world filled with riddles. Why do his eyes glow in the dark? What does he want with the ancient texts kept in the city archives? While uncovering forgotten history and buried atrocities, Sonia is forced to ask herself, is love worth dying for? Between the Shadows is a clean, no-spice, young adult romantic fantasy love letter to books and the written word. Ooh, okay. That sounds good. All right. I wasn't expecting that kind of writing. And let me just see what this other book was going to be about. Let me just see. So, I wouldn't have wanted to read that book because it's talking about being, for those, it's like a classic fairy tale of Snow White's Queen Matilda. Yeah, nope. So I'm definitely glad I'm picking this one. So yeah, we're on to the third and final book for this Colorsoft review vlog, to see my real thoughts. And so I actually get to see how it is with highlighting, specifically for a fantasy. Yeah, so for this, again, I'm going to put my highlighting system on the screen because now we're going into fantasy. So yellow highlights will be for important, orange for funny, green is for world building, aqua is going to be for sad moments, pink is for favorite moments. So those are the 5 highlight colors. When it comes to bookmarks, there are 8 colors. So red, anything that makes me angry. Orange is glossary, definitions, yada yada. Yellow is for content warnings, trigger moments. Green is, again, world building. Aqua, I don't have anything for, unless there is a faith system. So I usually say scripture, but I'm going to say faith because there might be a faith system in this. So I'm just going to say faith. Blue is for foreshadowing. Purple is anything that's a favorite that I don't really want to like highlight in pink. And then pink bookmarks are for romance heavy things. If I use the pen marker, it's obviously to pin maps, to pin glossary words, to pin character lists, artwork, playlists, those such things. So yeah, I still have like my little notes here to jot down for the thoughts and things like that. But yeah, I am going to continue on with this video and start my reading. I don't know how far I'm going to get today, but we are going to, I might change my font. So let me figure that out because I feel like I like changing up the fonts. So content preview. This is rated PG for mystery, clean, romance, magic, and adventure. Recommended age is 12 and up. Written in Canadian English. Okay. We like that. Oh, it does use scripture. This uses the NIV translation. Ooh, yay. So it is Christian fantasy. We like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like part 1 alone. Part 1, y'all, got 23 chapters. And in part 2 has 37 entries. So I'm assuming that's 37 chapters. And then part 3 has 19 chapters. And then part 4 has 18 chapters. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is a nice map, so I'm going to pin it. Can I pin the map? Yes, let's pin the map. We're going to pin the map. Mark 8:18 is the opening scripture. Do you have eyes but fail to see, and ears but fail to hear, and don't you remember? I love a good scripture. Part 1, The Nature of Shadows as Observed by Sonia Weaver. I'm probably saying this girl's name wrong, so I'm going to see if there's an audiobook for this. Hold on, let me see. No, there's no audiobook for this book. Okay, so that's a fail. So let's see if I want to change my fonts. I've been loving Mithila. I was enjoying Playwright, but let's just see if there's another font I want to try, because why not? I downloaded all these fonts. Let's see. I love Apple Garmond and EB Garmond. Lego House. Lego House is actually ugly to me. Like, I don't understand how people use this. Let me bring my boldness down and my font size down to 1. Yeah, Lego House is ugly. Valentine Cute is just, ugh. Think of is too cursive for me. You know, study nights. Random Wednesday. I mean, we could kind of vibe with it. I like kissing season. I think I'm vibing with kissing season, but I think I wanna let's bump the boldness up now. Let's just see if I could bump the size to a 3. Let's see. Do I want to bump the boldness? Because I'm like thinking, I'm always honestly gonna have it close to my face, never far away. So do I want to stick to a size 1? No. 2. Whoa, I did not say that size. See, that's another thing. When I'm pressing the plus sign, it's just jumping all the way to like the height. I said 1 time. All right, so I think for this kissing season font, I'm gonna go with a size 4 and a boldness 1. And then we're gonna save the theme as kissing season. I'm gonna just save it as kissing. Save. And so now we have a new font to play with. And it's just so cute. Let me see if I could just bump it up a little bit because my eyesight is a little wonky. I'm gonna stay where I was at. So here's my new font. My new font is going to be Kissing Season. Boldness is 1. Font size is 4. So that's what it's looking like. Before I had it on Mythala, I think it was called. Yeah, so before this was my setting. Mythala, boldness 1, size 3. And so now we have it at this one. Something a little fun for the fantasy read. So yeah, I'm gonna go start reading. I'm probably gonna open it up on my iPhone and do assistive reader as well. Get some assistive reading going. Oh, I forgot to update my reading on my Bookly app as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll chat with you guys if I have an update later or in the morning. So I'll chat with y'all a little later. Bye. Good morning, y'all. So we are here to do the final day and to wrap up this Colorsoft unboxing review vlog, whatever you want to call this video. It is 9:28 on Friday. And I have my Colorsoft here. Y'all know I read the 2 contemporary romances and I'm in the middle of a fantasy right now, Between the Shadows by Grace R. Pringle. I am 21% of the way through on chapter 16. And yeah, I'm enjoying the Colorsoft. Not as much as my Libra, I'll be honest. I love my Kobo colors more for so many reasons, but it's cool. Ooh. I haven't had coffee yet, so bear with me. I have not had coffee yet, but it's a cool reading experience. I mean, it's just like reading on the paperweight. It is a little bit more dull. I do need to put my display up. Like right now, I have the brightness on 8, and it feels like it's just dark. Like it looks brighter on camera than it is to my eyes right now. But yeah, 21% of the way through on this book. So I'm probably not going to finish it on camera because I do kind of want to spend the day in the Word of God. And so I'm probably going to try to get to the 50% mark and just end this vlog. So you guys could just get my thoughts and stuff like that. So yeah, I need to go eat and get me some coffee. So I think I'm going to do that. I have also been listening to the assistive reader of the book. All right, I'll have to text her back. It's a lot going on right now. It's just way too much going on right now. But I've been listening to the assistive reader But yeah, so let me open it up on my Kindle app right now, because that's how I've been doing the assistive reader. Let me actually get to chapter 16 right now on here. Oh, that's 17. Oops. 16. Okay. Yes. So I'm on chapter 16. That was sudden. I'm enjoying the story though. The story is actually pretty good and interesting. I'm not finding that I'm bored. I'm actually really enjoying the story and where it's going. The characters are 18 and 17, so that is interesting enough for me. So this is considered YA. I would not consider it YA. I mean, they're 18, so I don't know. I wouldn't consider it's weird when you say YA but they're 18. I don't know. So, nowadays YA and new adult, the ages is just all over the place, but I'm enjoying the story thus far. So it's 9:31. I'm going to go make me some coffee, figure out what I'm going to eat for breakfast, and take some time to read to the 50% mark, or wherever that is in this book, and then come to you guys with my final thoughts on the Colorsoft, and then that will be the end of this video, because I want to spend time just in the Word, getting into my chronological Gospels reading and actually taking the video footage for you guys, because I know I haven't posted it on here. I've been posting it on Instagram, just not on YouTube. So yes, that is the plan for today. So let me go do that, and I will come back to you guys with my thoughts on the Colorsoft. All right, y'all. So I'm here to end this video. So it is 11:22 a.m. and we're gonna end this video. I made it to 52% in the book. Let me show you guys really quick. All right. Let me just clip her on. And yeah, so 52%, page 207. And yeah, 52%. And we're gonna go through my thoughts, pros and cons of this thing. So let me just update. Actually, oh no, I did already update that. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this off camera, but I have now read 3 books on the Colorsoft throughout this. So you saw the intro, you saw the unboxing, you saw me set her up, decorate her, and all the right things. Here, I'm about to say, where is the cover? You know, I have a detachable cover case for her with the bows. You saw me, decorate her up. I got a pop socket and all that for her. And so y'all saw the whole thing, right? You saw me basically read 3 books, 2 contemporary Christian romances and my Christian fantasy. I'm gonna finish it off camera. You can see my review linked down below. By the time this video goes up, my review will be linked down below. And so yeah, let's get into my thoughts on the Colorsoft. I'm biased because I am definitely a Kobo color girly through and through. There is something in my eye, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. There's something in my eye and I need to get it out. All right, y'all. Sorry, I had to go because something was in my eye. And also, if y'all see me blinking a little too much or messing with my left eye is a little swollen. So, yeah. But, yeah, so let's just get into my thoughts. I'm a little biased because I'm a Kobo color girly. Libra color, Clara color. I just love the experience on the Kobo. Now, as far as the Colorsoft goes, I have thoughts, and we're gonna talk about it. So, overall, I have enjoyed my time with the Colorsoft. Okay. Overall, I have enjoyed my time with the Colorsoft. I am glad that I was gifted it. Would I have gone and got it myself? No. Flat out, I'll say no. Unless it was on like a major sale at the price that it is. I think it's like $279 or something like that, like $280. If you include taxes, basically, I'm gonna say like $300. Nah, not at all. Okay, so right now my brightness is at 16. My warmth is at 5. You guys can see. I cannot have this, like, even at like a level 9, for me on my eyesight right now, it looks dim. Like on the camera, it doesn't look that dim, but in person, it's giving like I don't even have it on. and it looks worse on 0. Like, I don't know. I like my brightness up. And so like even on 10, it doesn't look like I have it on, but on camera it looks brighter. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, my gripe. Okay, so pros. Let's just talk pros real quick. Let's just talk pros really quick. I like the color. Okay, I like the color options. They're nice. The colors are nice. The option to have it in standard or even to put it into vivid is nice. Vivid bumps up the colors a little bit to make it a little bit more saturated. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but that is in vivid. In standard, I go between the two. Standard is fine. You definitely can tell the difference. Standard just bumps up the saturation. So sometimes I'm like, ooh, let me just bump up the saturation. Sometimes I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Right now, I have it in standard. I think for 2 days, I had it in vivid. It really just depends on what you personally want. So the option is nice. I like the colors. It's a Colorsoft. So it's not supposed to give like iPad, cell phone, laptop colors. Like, if that's what you want, get an iPad, get a cell phone, get a laptop. It's a Colorsoft. I like that, and I don't expect it to be over the top. I'm not new to e-ink technology, so it doesn't bother me. I like the customization. And what I mean by that is the options for in like your font settings where it says spacings, adjusting the spacing between lines, paragraph, words, and characters. I'm not sure if that is new or not. Let me pull out my other Kindles because I don't think I saw that option on my Paperwhite. And if it was, I don't think it was on like the other editions of like the 11th gen and all that. So let me see. Because I really don't recall seeing that. I don't know if that's something new or something I just really didn't pay attention to. Yeah, no, that's new. So on the Colorsoft, at least, because this is a 12th gen Paperwhite, where it says spacing at the bottom, you literally, and the reason why I'm saying the customization is because on the Kobo Libra Color and just on the Kobos in general, you can do a lot. You can customize your spacing, your line spacing, your character stuff. You can go like ham on customization. Here where it says spacing, you can literally do line spacing, paragraph spacing, and your word spacing. And yeah, you can customize so much with that. And I'm so used to that on the Kobo, but on the Paperwhite, you cannot do that. So there's no option for that whatsoever. And so the fact that it's available, well, you know what? This is a side-loaded book. So let me hold on. Let's go to a regular book because that was side-loaded. Let me see. Let me look at Favored from Kindle Unlimited because that's a side-loaded book. So let me see if it's available on a book that's not side-loaded before I make that judgment. So let's see. Nope, it's available. So it's not available on side-loaded books, but you can do it on regular books. Interesting. But with the Kobo, it doesn't matter if it's side-loaded or purchased. They don't have that stipulation. So Kobo still wins for me. But I guess with the 12th generations, you can do a lot more customization. So that's new, at least for me. Again, I'm not sure if that was available with 11th gen. I don't think it was because my 11th gen I ended up giving to my mom. I don't recall it being on my 11th gen Paperwhite. And so the option for that is actually pretty dope. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, the highlighting option is fine. So yeah, the double tap feature is fine, but those are also cons for me. And so now we're going to get to the con list. So as far as cons, so highlighting is a con for me for multiple reasons. One, highlighting is one block. Highlighting is one block and not like line by line. And I know originally when the Colorsoft came out, you could highlight line by line. And what I mean by that is, let me pull out my Kobo. I have to do this with the Kobo so that you can see what I'm talking about, because on the Kobo, you can do line by line. I'm going to show you guys with the book that I had already finished on my Kobo, because I know that it's clean and it's not going to show you nothing crazy. And I can actually show you with a page that I had already highlighted. So you can see here, it is line by line. There is not one big like text block. There is a separation of lines between what I highlighted, right? However, let me just show you guys. If I highlight these two sentences together, and let me bring up my brightness just a bit, say 20. It's one big block, right? It is one big, massive block. There is no separation whatsoever of what I highlighted. It is one block, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. I would prefer it to be separated line by line. And I know when the Kindle Colorsoft first came out, it was like that. They did an update, and now it's like this. I don't like that. I also don't like that I cannot highlight sentence by sentence. What I mean is, let me see if I can show y'all in here. Trying to find one where I literally highlighted sentence by sentence. I don't think I can find one, so I'm going to have to do one for you. So, say I want to highlight this one sentence here. Let's do it in blue. And then the next sentence we'll do green. So you see, I just literally did one sentence blue, one sentence in green, right? Literally, one sentence blue, one sentence green. I cannot do that here, okay? If I want to do this one sentence in yellow, let's just do orange, right? I just highlighted this sentence in orange, right? If I literally want to do the next sentence in pink, no, what do you, stop. See, I can't even, all right. Orange. I don't even know the best way to do this. Let me put this down. So y'all see that this one is in orange, right? I'm going to have to grab you guys really quick to do this, because this part, this is where it gets annoying. So I'm going to have to grab you guys, flip the camera, angle the camera, and show y'all. So you guys see that I have this one in orange, right? Now, if I try to grab this next sentence to highlight it in pink, everything turns pink. If I try to get the next sentence and highlight it in like green, the whole thing, like, you can't even separate your sentences. And I think if I try to highlight this one in like orange, like, that is annoying. That right there is stupid to me. So in order to like highlight sentences, I would have to do this one first. Say if I want to highlight it in orange, cool, got that in orange. I would have to skip literally a word, a freaking letter, and highlight it. Skip a letter and highlight. Like, who got time for that? That's aggravating. So yeah, that for me is like, that's dumb. Like, and I heard people complaining about that, and I feel like they need to fix that update. That happened with, I think, either the second to last update that became an issue. And don't nobody got time for that. I want to be able to just like, I just want to highlight. If I want a portion of a sentence to just be pink, like, I can do that on the Kobo, and I don't have to worry about it changing the whole thing. Like, I'm gonna need Kindle to get it together. how many you can do to get it together. So that for me, highlighting in one big block, I can't highlight sentence by sentence or line by line. You cannot highlight close together because it becomes one big block of a color. Just know. Oh, I'm like, what is this? I'm on part 3. Yeah, let's delete this. So we're gonna remove that highlight. What else? I have to keep the screen at a higher brightness due to the screen door effect even during the day. So like I said, even having it on like a 10 brightness, it still feels dark. But I kind of had that situation as well with the Kobo Libra color. With my Clara, it's a little bit more brighter. I'm not sure why that is. So like if I have my Clara at a 10, let me see. My Clara right now is on 50. And see, that's the difference. Is like the Clara and the Kobo colors have percentages versus the Kindle. They have numbers. They go to like, I think, is it 24? Yeah, they go to 24, whereas there's like 100% levels with the Kobo. So I'm not really sure how to like gauge. Usually a 30, somewhere between 30 and 40 works for me light wise with my Kobo. But a 20 would have to work. 18 to 20 would have to work for me with my Kindle. I don't know. I know it has to do with the screen door effect though, for sure. Side-loaded books don't show covers. That is an issue for me. I don't like that, because when I side-load books on my Paperwhite, which is also a 12th gen, or my basic, which is I think the 11th gen basic, they show the covers. I don't understand that. That's absolutely stupid to me. But when I open the books, they show the covers, and when I close the books and shut off my Kindle, they show the covers. I don't know what the problem is. So, like I said, my side-loaded books do not show the covers. But again, if I open the books, you see the covers. And if I shut off my books, you see the covers. But in the actual library, you cannot see the book. And in the actual like little thing here, you do not see the book. So I think that's dumb. I don't like that. And the double tap feature, as smart as it is, it's stupid. I had it on at first. And it's basically when you put the double tap feature on, literally when you double tap the back of your Kindle, specifically on a signature edition, it will turn the page. However, when I had it on and my Kindle was literally just on the bed or on the table, and I had a pop cycle on the back, anytime it would literally just bang, it would turn the page. And the concept, brilliant, good in theory, just very sensitive. And so it was just turning pages, and I was just like, what are you doing? So I eventually had to turn it off. And I could only imagine if you have it on and your Kindle is in your bag and it is just turning pages, and you finally get to your book, you are like, what is going on? So it is good in theory to have on, but I feel like if you are not reading, turn it off. Or there should be like a sensitivity option. There should be like there should be settings to this thing for sensitivity levels, because just know. So do I like the Kindle Colorsoft? I think it's good. Would I have purchased it myself? No, not at all. Would I have been content with my Paperwhite and my basic? Absolutely. Because I own the Kobo colors, best purchases ever. And I know people have issues and say that they prefer the Kindle Colorsoft over the Kobo colors. Listen, I am not locked into the Amazon ecosystem, okay? As much as I do enjoy me some Amazon KU, I do. KU is great, but this is overpriced. this is just not, with the updates that Amazon is doing and the way that they are moving right now and how they can just remove books without telling you, and how we technically don't own books. We're just borrowing them even though we pay the prices that we pay for them. And the way that they can just change covers. Like, I know people had purchased Daggermouth, or they're reading Daggermouth, and they have now changed the cover of Daggermouth. And so you don't have the indie published covers of Daggermouth. Thankfully, I have a copy of Daggermouth with the original cover, but they have now changed the cover of Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf. And like, they can literally just can't change covers. They can change the content of books. They can remove books from you that you've purchased. Like, I don't know. So my experience thus far is fine, but I feel like when people are buying the Colorsoft, it's for the purpose of highlighting. And when you're having issues with the highlighting, that becomes an issue, because the purpose of buying the Colorsoft was for the highlighting. Now, unless you're reading mangas and comics, then fine. I read mangas and comics. I do prefer them physically, but I haven't read one on here as of yet. Maybe I'll get a graphic novel from my local library or from Hoopla, borrow that or whatever, see how that works out. But I'm using it for highlighting, and the highlighting is giving me issues. Now, I'm loving the bookmark options. I love that. Like, looking at my bookmarks and seeing how they're playing out, I absolutely love that. I have 11 bookmarks, 64 book highlights, and just being able to like come here and see them, and then be able to just go through and look at the types, look at the colors, and then knowing that I have my color coding system. I like that. That for me as an annotator, chef's kiss. But the highlighting, they need to fix it. Go back to how you originally had the highlighting system, because I don't like the block system. I don't like how the highlighting is one block. I don't like that I can't separate my highlights. If I want to highlight one sentence in yellow and one sentence in pink, but then now you're forcing me to make it one color. I don't like that. I don't like it. I can't even highlight one paragraph and then go to the next paragraph and highlight that one color, because now it's too close together. So now you're forcing me to, like, I feel like Amazon purposely is trying to piss off readers, and I don't like it. So y'all can't convince me that Kobo is not for the readers. Like, I know people are stuck in the Amazon ecosystem because of Kindle Unlimited, and I get it. Thankfully, I have come away from the secular books a lot, and I'm a Christian reader, so it doesn't really bother me. Like I said, I have Kobo Plus. Oh, I need to renew my subscription back to Kobo Plus. But I have Kobo Plus, I have KU, I have my library cards, I have like 4 library cards, I have Hoopla. Like, I have ways to get books outside of Amazon, right? I also have Amazon Prime, so I get books through Amazon Prime. So I don't know. It's fine. It's good. Again, I'm grateful it was gifted, but as someone who owns a Paperwhite and a Basic, I feel like they were fine. The grayscale obviously killed if you're like an annotator. So it's just one of those things where I feel like once they flesh out the highlighting situation, would it be worth upgrading? Would it be worth getting? Yes. But until they flesh out their highlighting system and stop doing these stupid updates, and again, if you go on TikTok, people are complaining about the whole update that they've done. Like, you've updated the Kindles with the stupid highlighting, and you added the bookmarks, which is great. I love the 8 bookmark colors. I love that you added the green highlight. We love it. But fix the highlighting, because it is frustrating. The reason why people are getting a colored Kindle is to highlight. And if we can't highlight the way we want to highlight, then what is the purpose? But I digress. Did I enjoy my reading experience? Of course. Do I suggest it? Not yet. They have been having issues with these Kindle Colorsoft since the day that they came out with them, because they rushed it. And they're still having issues because they're still doing stupid stuff. So I'm grateful to have been gifted this by my friend, though, as a birthday/Mother's Day gift. So very grateful. But yeah, Kindle need to get it together. all the ways. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to finish this book, but I definitely want to get into the word. I want to get into the word today. Today, I want to get into the word. My daughter comes back tomorrow. My son comes back on Sunday, and then is back into mommy mode. So yeah, I'm going to go. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions about the Kindle Colorsoft, if you want to see a comparison between the Kindle Colorsoft and the Kobo Color, I probably would more so compare the Kobo Color with the Kindle Colorsoft, because I feel like comparing the Libra Color with the Colorsoft wouldn't be fair, just because with the Libra you can do more annotation than anything. So if you want to see a comparison, definitely let me know. I can do that. But I'm gonna go. If you made it to the end, post up whatever emojis on the screen. Probably a rainbow because of the colors. But yeah, I'm gonna go so I can get my day going. It's 11:50, yeah, so I'm gonna go so I can get into the word of God today. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.